Blunt to my dibs, blunt on my hip, rocks in my saw, pocket full of chips, watching for the...
I was on a solo road trip from Atlanta to Denver, just trying to take the scenic route. I liked the peace of the back roads. There was no crowds, no interstates, nothing. I was 22 and naive at the time. I didn't check local histories. I didn't know what a sundown town was, but I do now. Around 6:45 p.m. I realized I was nearly out of gas. I pulled off into a quiet town in Arkansas called Harrison. It looked old-fashioned and calm, and it was a gas station, diner, barber shop, and American flags in every window. I thought nothing of it. But the second that I stepped out of my car, I felt something was wrong. It wasn't just people staring. It was how still the town was, like it had stopped moving. Even the birds were gone. A group of white men were sitting on a bench outside the diner, and they all turned in sync. I remember one of them chewing sunflower seeds. He just stopped and let one fall out of his mouth when he saw me. I smiled politely and I nodded, but no one nodded back. The gas station itself was nearly empty. It was one car at the pump, lights buzzing above me. So I went inside to pay. And the woman behind the counter, she looked like she had seen a ghost. She was white, probably in her 60s. I asked for 20 on pump 3. Then she said something I'll never forget. You gotta go before dark. I kind of laughed nervously. What do you mean? She looked around. Some towns just ain't meant for everyone. You understand? I didn't, not yet. As I turned to leave, a man in overalls walked in. He froze when he saw me. He didn't say a word, he just turned back around and walked out. When I stepped outside, my car was being circled by another man. He was tall, with a red trucker hat on. He had tattoos I didn't recognize but felt racist just looking at them. He stopped when I approached, and he said, "You're not from around here, huh?" And I said, "Nope, just passing through." He smiled without humor. "Yeah, you better be." I got in my car. The guy didn't move for a second, he just stood there, like he was waiting for someone. And then he walked off, not back to the station, but across the street. I saw him wave to someone I couldn't see in the shadows. I drove off faster than I should have. 2 blocks later, headlights came on behind me. It was a pickup truck. It was old with a loud engine. It didn't follow close, it was smarter than that. Or at least whoever was driving it was. It hung just far enough back that it wouldn't be obvious to anyone else, but I knew. Every time I changed lanes, it did too. When I sped up, it did. When I tried pulling into a random parking lot, it paused on the side of the road and waited. Eventually, I hit a more populated road, then the county line, and like that, the truck was gone. I pulled over 20 miles later and sat there shaking. I looked up the town of Harrison, and I found out it's been labeled one of the most racist cities in America, headquarters for a few hate groups like the KKK. It was been a sundown town since the early 1900s. Signs used to hang at the edge of town, and they said, "Don't let the sun set on you here." They don't have the signs anymore, but the people, they're still there. They're still watching.